got off to a tough start today, no doubt, but I thought our guys kept competing, and we were able to put at bats together and work our way back in it. Doug and Cole really got things going a couple different times, and the big thing for us, we were really one more quality at bat away from taking the lead two different times in the game, and we came up short. We didn't get that. We didn't get that next knock. Didn't get that next at bat, and then then we had the seventh inning where we had 3 walks to load the bases, and I thought Mintz might be able to get out of the inning and minimize some damage, and then their 9-hole guy McKeon put a good swing on a 0-0 fastball with a double in the corner to drive into and open the lead back up to 9-5, and we had some decent bats behind that, but not enough we weren't able to bunch anything together and work our way back and cut into that lead anymore.
How do you think Justin maybe got a little frustration to get to him with the small strikes? I mean, it seemed like it was consistent, but it was surprisingly small at the beginning.
I don't know if that got to him. I just think I thought he was at times a little more focused on controlling the running game than making the next pitch, and that tended to get him deep in counts and put him in. I don't know how many 3-2 counts he had in the first inning, but there were several 3-2 counts, and Coastal does a good job. There's a reason they're one of the top teams in the country year in and year out with walks. They don't chase a lot of balls out of the zone early in the count, and you got to be able to attack the middle of the plate. And, you don't want to pitch on the edges and run counts deep, because they do a pretty good job leaving pitches alone and that are down, that are off, and when you play them, if you're not aggressive in the middle of the zone early, you're going to roll up some pretty high pitch counts, and there's going to be a lot of deep counts in the course of the game. And when you do that, it makes it a little more difficult too on the defense. So Justin, I'm not too awful concerned about him attacking the zone. I think he'll do a better job. He did a great job for us this past weekend, but today, with Coastal, they've got a number of guys in the lineup that can run, and I do think that affected him a little bit as far as his command's concerned.
What have you seen? Anything different about the approach the first time through the order compared to when they get a look at the pitcher?
I think, a lot of times, it's more a matter of, what is your plan? What's your approach? And, it certainly makes it easier the more you see a guy. But even tonight, nobody in the lineup saw Kobos more than one time because he went 2 innings. And, we had a game like tonight, which you'll have a number of those during the course of the year in midweek. You're not going to see a guy more than a couple at bats, because every team's they're going to mix and match, and they're going to use a number of arms out of the bullpen to keep them fresh for the weekends. And you got to find a way to make some adjustments pretty quick off each guy coming in.
You got a few clubs coming in this weekend. I don't know how much you really looked at them so far, but what do you expect from them this weekend?
Well, I hadn't had a chance to look at Marshall and Iona a whole lot, but we did see a little bit of what Indiana State did over the course of the weekend. And anytime you go to Jacksonville and win 3 ball games, you got a pretty good club. And offensively, they showed over the course of the weekend they can score some runs, and we're going to need to pitch well and play solid defensively. And as we go through over this next week or two, continue to make some adjustments in what we're doing offensively. because we need some other guys up and down the lineup to at least put some at-bats together, put some quality at-bats together, and hand it off to the next guy.
You got 2 more of these games against Coach Gilly, but obviously with your last year, can you speak how special the competitive competition between you two and the relationship you guys have developed over the years?
Gary and I are best of friends. We have been for a long time. We played against each other, and we talk a lot in the off season. We talk a lot in season about how they're doing things, how we're doing things, and it's been a great relationship because I think we both learned some things from one another over the years, and it's always an extremely competitive game anytime we play them, and Gilly's probably got the upper hand. If you look at records, he's probably got the upper hand on me, but he knows and I know every time we suit up, it's our guys are going to get after it. They're going to do it the right way, and you hope that each game, the kids on both sides can play it clean. Although tonight was one of those nights where it's you got some young guys on both sides that tend to let the game speed up on them, and they struggle a little bit.